Hi, this is Matt Brechwald with Idaho Gopher Control. Just a brief video to show you how pressurized carbon monoxide is used and how effective it is for exterminating gophers. The machine I use is called a PERC, or Pressurized Exhaust Rodent Control, and this video was taken up near Emmett, Idaho on a field with a heavy infestation of gopher issues. So watch the video and see the effectiveness of this system. See how it pushes gophers out of their tunnels on occasion, and see how effective it is at actually exterminating them even when they make it to the surface. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My contact information is on the screen, and I will speak more with you at the end of this video.
But here I've got my probe in a gopher mound that I've raked over right here, and about 7-8 feet away there's an open hole, and the gopher will not stay in it. He's getting driven out by the carbon monoxide, which is really rare. I've only seen one other gopher ever come out when I'm treating. So when he sees me, he gets scared and he goes back in, but then he comes right back out because the gas is getting to him down in that hole. Now normally gopher systems are plugged, so there's no way for any of the carbon monoxide to escape, and so you can see how effective it is. It kills them while they're down in the tunnel. But in this case, his hole was still open, and he was close to it, so he was able to escape out of the hole, but when he sees me, he gets scared and goes back in. So we'll come back to him in just a second. Okay, as you can see, I walked away and came back, and he's back out now. So one of the reasons this works so well is that tunnel systems are usually sealed by the gophers. They plug all those tunnels, and so it kills them while they're in there. But you can see that he's not comfortable above the surface. They don't like to be above the surface, but he doesn't want to stay down in the tunnel because the gas is traveling from this mound system right here that I put it into over to where he's at right now. Okay, so I've moved the probe over to where that gopher was, and you can see what kind of pressure this puts out. That probe is into the tunnel about 8 inches away from the hole opening, and you can hear and you can see just what kind of pressure that's pushing out of that hole opening. Well, normally when the system is sealed, none of that comes out, and you've got all that pressure going into the tunnel system to exterminate the gopher. Alright, so this is the first time I've had this happen, but I was treating this set of mounds right here, walked away to reset my probes. So this probe had been in for just about 3 minutes, and I came back and this gopher was up on the surface. So the indication here is that when I started the gas in this system, this gopher was probably pretty close to the surface, and so instead of retreating back into the tunnel system, it came up and out to try and get some air. When I walked up, it was still breathing just a little bit, and matter of fact, it still is right now. But you can see the rapid heart rate because of the carbon monoxide. The red blood cells can no longer carry oxygen, and so it is dying right now, or is almost dead, and has gone to sleep because of the lack of oxygen. Well, you can see he got a little bit of vigor back, and I've seen that with voles. When voles come to the surface, if they have not had enough carbon monoxide because they made it to the surface in time, then they can get enough vigor back to run off. So even though this gopher is not dead, he's only dead because he came up to the surface in time to avoid suffocating down in the tunnel system. But this is really good evidence of how well this machine works, as it's brought this gopher up and he's totally vulnerable laying there trying to breathe. So I'm going to shut the video off and I'm going to put him out of his misery, but I wanted to show this to you for future reference on how well the PERC works when it comes to carbon monoxide asphyxiation. Right, so I flipped this gopher over and was going to put it out of its misery, but it just went ahead and died. So that's a real good example of how the PERC works. Even though this one made it to the surface, it died once it got above the surface. And there's many more down in their tunnels that are being exterminated in the same exact way.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you've got any questions, about the use of pressurized carbon monoxide or the PERC to control gophers, ground squirrels, voles, or prairie dogs, feel free to contact me. My contact information is listed there, and if I can be of any help to you who might be hiring an applicator who's going to use this device and you want to speak to somebody other than that applicator about it, or if you're considering purchasing one of these devices for your own farm or to start your own gopher and other rodent control business, I'd love to be of help. My contact information is on the screen. Good luck with your gopher issues, and have a great day.